somebody walked in and was like, my fault, bro.
And you gonna take that pick too, bro? What are you doing right now?
This is two takes.
Two takes. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Yo, welcome back. Another episode of Two Takes.
Yup.
It's JB logging on.
It's Mike. I guess we were giving me a space for an introduction there.
Hell yeah. But this episode is going to be a little bit different than the last two. This is going to be focused on the NFL specifically. While we give the NBA playoffs a chance to play out, we can give y'all a more in-depth take on what we think about that. But we're going to start off with the George Pickens trade, blockbuster trade last week.
Mm-hmm.
It really hurt my heart
Mm-hmm.
that we got a third-round pick for George. I thought he was worth a first round at the most, second round at the least, not a third. But I'll speak more on that. But I'll ask Mike what he thinks about the George Pickens trade, and who he thinks won the George Pickens trade.
Obviously the Cowboys. The Cowboys. Mike, okay. But I will say, every receiver or player, primetime offensive player that has left the Steelers has not been as great as they were on the Steelers. Whether this be Le'Veon, whether this be San Antonio Holmes, AB, of course, even though, AB did contribute to the Bucks. Yeah. Every player that's left hasn't been even near what they did before they left Steelers. Now, could George Pickens change that? Yes. Because it's a different stage of their career compared to those guys that I just named. So,
yeah.
To me, but Mike T said it was an attitude problem, but this trade could have humbled him. It could have humbled him.
I did some digging, and because I was trying to understand, why we didn't give him and DK a chance to play together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I came across that it was mostly a whole, the organization was ready to get rid of George, basically. The right players were ready to get rid of him. And the coaches had enough of him. And Rooney said, if y'all, if he's not contributing to a good locker room and being a leader and, doing what's best for the team, or even being a positive influence over the team. And if he's not bringing none of that, then, they're ready to get rid of his ass. That's really what it seems like too, because they sent his ass away for a third.
A third is crazy. I expected at least a second. At least, maybe
right. That's why I wanted to cry that day. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, dang, man, really? A third round pick?
Third is kind of wild.
A third round pick and a fifth round pick.
Yeah.
And he it's not like he was a two. He was the one. He was the number one receiver last year.
That's gonna be tough for him to have to adjust with having to play with CD. That's gonna be a tough adjustment for him, from going from that number one guy, throw me the ball, to okay,
I'm always open.
I'm the second look. I'm the second read in the majority of the playbook. That is gonna be tough to try and figure that out.
I think if that man just ran the route tree better, he would be anybody's number one.
If he would have just, not talk shit all the time, and maybe just
that too. and did like if he just
maybe
shut the
just
fuck up
like
and just ran the route tree right,
yeah.
anybody's number one because he gonna catch the ball. His catch radius is ridiculous, and he's athletic as shit. And he's strong. The man's big.
I mean,
Big
look at
body.
all the divas. Look at all the current divas, past divas, and what happened. You know, I mean, prime example right now that's fresh on everybody's mind, Stephon. And where's Stephon right now? Is he still with the Texans? No, he got released. I'm pretty sure he's a free agent.
He's with
right
the.
now. No, he's a
not
free
with
agent.
the Titans. Dang.
He's a free agent. He's a free agent. Like, and that's what happens. You become a journeyman once you become a locker room problem.
Yeah, that's true.
Just waiting on a call up.
That's true. But ultimately, I think that this trade could end up working out for the Dallas Cowboys, depending on how Dak distributes the ball and how Pickens and CD react to having to share the ball, and Mike McCarthy dealing with the personalities and Jerry Jones not pissing people off. If that doesn't happen, if all that transpires, and I think they'll be okay. I think they win the trade. But if they can't handle all of that shit,
Man, that's how the Cowboys every year. That's
they're
how
gonna somebody's gonna trade. Somebody's gonna get traded. And it might not be anybody, either one of those players we just talked about. Somebody might get traded. It might not be either one of the players if it doesn't go right.
I mean, you could put that exact, like what you just said, you could put that with different players 5 years ago, and it's the same damn story for the Cowboys. Same shit. Same shit. Whether it's damn Jason Garrett instead of Mike McCarthy, or it's Dez Bryant instead of CD. Like, you know, like, it's just, I know Dak's the same thing. There's two people, Dak and Jerry. That's
Dak and Jerry. Dak is the highest paid player in the NFL.
Is he really?
Yeah, man. Yes, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, because they did his new extension.
He's getting like $55 million a year or something like that.
I think he's getting 60.
Yeah, he might be getting 60. That
because $55 million
is
what Trevor,
$60 million to not make or to make the playoffs, and that be it.
They didn't make the playoffs this year.
No, they did not.
And then they got smacked by the Packers first round last year.
They sure did. But y'all got smacked first round this year, so.
Smacked is a tough word. We gave smacked is not right. It was a one-score game with the Eagles. We smacked the Cowboys. Like, that was like a three-score game.
That's not. I mean, everybody smacks the Cowboys. So.
We blew out the Cowboys.
Everybody smacks the Cowboys. Even though we lost to the Cowboys last year in Thursday Night Football. Don't know how we did that shit. At home, too.
Yeah.
That's some Steelers shit to do, though. And all the Steelers fans know it.
I know it.
Thursday Night Football, we could win or lose any game. Any game. Especially with the fucking team we had last year and the team we had the year before and the team we had the year before that. Like, bro, we ain't had no consistent ass offense in years. Fucking years. We had the highest scoring offense we had like 10 years last year with fucking Russell Wilson and fucking Justin Fields and fucking George Pickens.
I wonder where the AB, Le'Veon, who was playing tight end for y'all then?
Heath Miller.
Heath.
I think.
Heath Miller?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on.
Might have been. I wonder where they rack up with, or stack up. I wonder where they stack up with everybody else this year. Because I know.
He retired. He retired in 2016. So I mean.
When was that? That was what 2019 when y'all had that 11-0. run?
2020.
2020. So
And we had Pat. We had Pat then.
y'all have Pat then? Really?
Yeah, that was his rookie year,
Oh,
I think.
he was starting.
Yeah.
Huh.
But we had somebody else too. Can't remember his name right now. Adam Vance? No. Is it?
No, Vance McDonald.
Vance McDonald. Yeah.
He had 273 yards for y'all. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Y'all didn't even have AB. Nah, bruh. I'm looking at the wrong year. It wasn't. It could have been 2019. Unless y'all had that 11-0 season without AB and Le'Veon.
It was
I don't
it
know.
was 2020.
I guess we kind of getting off topic.
It was Ben's last year.
Nah, cause y'all didn't have. Okay,
It was
yeah.
Ben's last year.
But y'all didn't have Y'all didn't have AB and Le'Veon in 2020.
No. No, we did not.
Of course, because he was with. I know Le'Veon was with the Jets, and AB was with the Raiders. But I guess we are getting kind of off topic. Trying to stack up. This was about GP.
All right. Well, I mean, it's an interesting topic, man. We're gonna see how it plays out. But
We gonna see.
moving on to the NFC, who you got coming out on top in the NFC, and then who are your wild cards that you see?
Okay. So if we're just gonna run through the division, I got Eagles of the NFC East. Probably Niners. I think are gonna bounce back. You know what? I'm not taking Niners. Give me Rams. NFC West. NFC South. Bucks. As much as I want to see the Falcons do something, I feel like the Bucks will probably take that.
The
Especially with
Falcons and the Bucks, really? Go ahead.
Who else am I supposed to take?
Go ahead.
You think it's gonna be the Panthers?
NFC North, man. NFC North, man.
NFC North. Realistically, the Lions. What I want in my heart, the Packers. But my wild cards is definitely Packers. I got us going at least 11-6. And that's where I'll probably put the Niners. Packers Niners for the wild cards. Yeah, that'll probably be it for my NFC. I feel like the reason why I say the Bucks is because the Bucks just drafted a wide receiver for sure. They drafted who's that guy's name? He came from
It was Emeka Ibuka.
yeah, right. Got Ibuka from Ohio State. So I expect him to be pretty good, especially coming into a third spot
Yeah.
on the roster. Like he should be
nice.
able to develop.
He'll be nice.
Yeah.
He'll be nice.
And I don't mean to disrespect y'all, man. I know y'all just got Tet, but I expect
Nah,
Penix.
little man.
I expect Penix to go off, man.
I expect Young to go off, man. I do. After the end of the year that he had last year, where he was cooking and frying shit, I think he could definitely come out this year and be on a different type of timing. I don't think we should buy into Miles Sanders. I think he should be on the back burner. We paid him way too fucking much, and
I agree.
we should let Chuba be our front runner, and bro, you know the running back that the Carolina Panthers drafted 2 years ago, who was supposed to be like one of the better running backs. See, I think he was in the same draft with B. John. He was one of those. He was the running back from Texas, and he got hurt last year, and then this year, in this offseason, he sustained a season-ending injury before the season even starts. Don't know what happened for real, but prayers go out to him, Jonathan Brooks.
Jonathan Brooks. Yep.
Yeah.
Jonathan Brooks.
But I got the Panthers coming out NFC South. I don't care. I think we're gonna get something cooking. If it's not the Panthers, I see the Bucks. It's definitely not gonna be the Falcons.
Why?
And because the Falcons and the Panthers be beefing, so we got.
But see, the thing about the Falcons to me is the Falcons have been primed.
They got a good defense. They have a really good defense. And
bro,
the offense
we ain't gonna talk about the offense neither.
Yeah, the
offense is primed to have a quarterback take over and do something. They could win the NFC South. If Penix plays to a great level, they have Bijan, they have Drake London, they have Kyle Pitts, they have Darnell Mooney, they have
they still got they don't have Ridley no more.
They have Tyler Algier to still Ridley's with the Titans. They have Tyler Algier to be that dual threat backfield for them. Like they have a really good offense, and not to mention their defense. They just got better. They got Jalen Walker. They're doing it, bro. They're doing it. I think they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good soon.
I got the Rams coming out of the NFC West.
Solid pick.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say. I don't even want to say that the Niners are gonna do something.
Really?
But they be pissing me off. But you really you gotta throw them in there because
so
they got so many
who else
people.
is your wild card though? If you wouldn't take the Niners, because I know the Packers will probably be a wild card. I mean, there's no way that they miss the playoffs.
I can see the Bucks being a wild card. I can see the Bucks being a wild card.
There's 4 wild cards, right? Yeah. Okay, so I left out 2. So I gotta throw Vikes in there.
The Vikings, the Bucks, the Vikings, the Niners.
That's if JJ performs.
Well, even if because they didn't get a quarterback.
That's if JJ performs.
If JJ he's been sitting in the he hasn't played, but he's been learning the offense for a year, so we'll see.
Jordan Love situation? Nah, he ain't been sitting as long as Jordan Love, but
Jordan Love had all the time in the world to just soak up everything.
And I feel like you could see it. The man kind of plays like Rodgers, which I don't necessarily. I need it to be different up here in this brain up here. When we go down, I need it to be different up here. But yeah. So I mean, I don't know. You could throw Vikes in there. Definitely keep the Raiders in mind. That's AFC. No, that's AFC. Damn.
The Seahawks.
Giants? Sleeper pick?
Hell no.
Seahawks? Nah. Seahawks literally said, "Hey, we traded DK. We're rebuilding. We just got Sam Darnold. We're rebuilding.
I can see the Raiders coming out of the AFC West though.
I can see the Raiders coming out of the AFC West.
Depending, because the Chargers.
Kansas City. Chargers.
That's true.
Kansas City, Chargers, Raiders, and
I like the Raiders over the Chargers. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I like the Raiders over the Chargers too, for sure. I think the Chargers' run game is gonna be like chef kiss.
It could be. It could be.
Chef kiss.
It could be.
But
it could be. They got Omarion Hampton and Najee Harris.
Don't sleep on the Broncos.
Broncos defense is all I'm worried about. I mean, and Bo Nix is great, but he's not. We gonna see.
Hey man, that man was top 10 in fantasy quarterbacks.
If that man spazzes, bro, he could be in the MVP conversation.
No.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm
No.
just saying, bro.
Which we already
saying.
went over MVP, but no. Stroud,
What
Lamar.
if Pat wins MVP?
Pat don't have the weapons to win MVP.
Who did they draft this year? Did they draft receiver or O-line?
They drafted a receiver. No, they drafted O-line in the first.
They always draft an O-lineman, bro. Because they don't ever keep them. They don't ever keep their O-lineman, bro. They always trade them. Except that center. They kept their center last time.
I'm sitting here looking at some headlines, and they said that there's a rumor that the Chiefs might trade for Romeo Doubs. I ain't heard that.
Hey.
Mr. Packer over here. I ain't heard that shit.
How would you feel about that?
Depends on what they give us. I'm not against trading one of our receivers. Dobbs, it's going to hurt my soul a little bit. But I'm not against trading one. As long as it's not Jaden Reed. Don't trade Jaden Reed. I don't want Dobbs traded, but don't trade Jaden Reed. But we can get off the package because I don't want to talk too much about our personal favorites. I guess you had the George Pickens at the beginning, but that's major right now. So
that was our one. I mean, shit, Romeo Doubs, y'all won. So
Jaden Reed's our one.
Jaden Reed,
for sure. But I guarantee next year it'll be Matthew Golden. But anyway. Okay, so AFC. We talked about the AFC West. You said you could see the Raiders coming out of there, but I don't know.
It's gonna be the Chiefs.
See, but yeah, I could see it being the Broncos, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I could see it being the Broncos. Just keeping it real. As long as they keep shit going. Okay, so what about the AFC South? Jags?
AFC South.
Jags don't revamp? Taking the Jags?
Could
No,
be
I'm just kidding.
Jags.
It'll be the Texans, probably.
Nah, it's definitely gonna be the Texans.
I would
It's
love
not
to
gonna
see.
be Miami.
Well, Miami's in the, see, that's the one that don't make sense. Miami's in the
East.
East, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that shit don't make no sense. And then the
They're in the
Colts,
same division.
which are all the way up in Indiana.
They're in the
is
same
in the
division
South.
with the fucking Buffalo Bills. The Dolphins is.
Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, Jets. So, okay, so if we expect Texans from there, so we got Texans, Raiders, or Chiefs, at least throw one of them in the wild card there. Honestly, I could see the AFC West having two wild cards. The Raiders and this could be an NFC North situation like last year. So what about the AFC East? I got the Bills probably. That's probably who I would take. I'd probably take the Bills there.
Yeah, I would take them too. That's the safe pick. But if I'm being sporadic, I'm saying the Jags probably have the best chance.
For the South? That would be my pick for. What about the East though? You going Bills? That's Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. Bills. I feel like Bills is just.
I don't think Drake May's gonna take that extra step. Not that big of a step.
Patriots are a sleeper pick though for that division.
They are. But
because Dolphins, dude.
I mean, dog, bruh.
It's over.
They need to cut ties with Tua. They need to tell that man, look, you got too much compensation. You need to go home. that's
dead cap though. That's the thing. Like if you don't restructure, which he's not gonna do because of how many concussions he's having and shit. That's that. That's that. All right, so I say the best for last. Even though AFC West is really gonna look like what the AFC North looked like last year, I feel like this year. Uh, what about the AFC North? What do you expect? Realistically, what do you expect from the AFC North?
Realistically, I expect the Pittsburgh Steelers to come out winning the AFC North,
All right,
and I
fuck the
mean that
bullshit.
wholeheartedly.
Give me the Ravens. I mean, nothing has happened to them that makes me feel like the Ravens would not come through. Nothing
But
has
if the
happened.
Pittsburgh Steelers don't happen to win it, I think the Ravens will win it.
I'm not gonna make a bet on this like I did last year because I definitely lost that shit. But y'all are probably
did.
going under 500 this year.
Michael bet that the Steelers would go under 500 in the 2024-2025 season. Michael lost that bet. And he had to pay me. So he decided to not make that bet again this year. Which is that's a smart decision, Mike.
I mean, damn it, history was against me, but I don't care.
You want to make it again then?
Dude, if I make that bet this year
You want to make it again?
and I lose that bet again, you know what? I'll bet you 30 cases of Diet Mountain Dew that the Steelers will go under 500.
30 cases.
Skip. Yep.
30 cases of
30
Diet
cases.
Mountain Dew. I don't even like Mountain Dew.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't even drink soda. Y'all buy me like spring water.
Spring water? What, you gonna put it in a bowl? Like that one guy? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Put it in a bowl.
Ain't that what they talking about? Never mind. Ain't that what they do?
Or buy me like cases of like body armor.
30 cases of body armor is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, it is. A good ton of money.
All right, so
Doing.
I think that covers the AFC, NFC there. Top 10 fantasy players. You know what?
All right,
You
all right.
got
My
number-
number one,
Yeah, go ahead, because that's
My number
basically
one-
what I was gonna say.
my number one guy is probably Lamar Jackson
Okay, how about this? Let's restructure.
or Joe Burrow.
Let's
if
restructure
we're
this
going
just a little
quarterback.
different. You have the number one pick. You're in a 10-team draft. Who are you taking? First round.
Jamar Chase.
Solid. Okay. Solid.
Or Justin Jefferson, but I'm taking Jamar Chase over Justin Jefferson.
I would probably take Jamar Chase too, just because. I mean, expect Triple Crown last year. It's not like it's going to be that far off from that. Even if he doesn't get Triple Crown, he's probably still going to be number one wide receiver.
I think.
Let's do this by
I think-
position.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jamar Chase receiver at running back. If I'm number one, I'm taking a running back. I'm taking
Go
either.
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm either taking Bijan or Genty. Or
Whoa.
Saquon.
Give me
Bijan,
Saquon.
Genty, or Saquon.
Give me
But I
Saquon
only
or
say-
Derrick
I
Henry.
only say Bijan because he's due for a fucking, he's finna boom, and then
This could be the season.
and then Genty is gonna have one of those crazy rookie years.
He
I think.
may have the greatest rookie year of all time. Who knows?
And Saquon is Saquon. I mean,
Doesn't
and then Derrick
Saquon
Henry after that.
doesn't Saquon have the greatest rookie season of all time currently? I'm gonna have to Google that because it definitely could be like.
It might be. I don't know. Najee had a crazy rookie year. Saquon had a crazy rookie year too.
Could be. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I know Edgerrin James is up there because I know Eric Dickerson is up there. Oh, Eric Dickerson had the most yardage, 18 1,800 yards as a rookie. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And that's in less games.
Ram said you finna do this for us. That's crazy.
And he did it.
He did it indeed. Ezekiel Elliott, Barry Sanders. Okay, so maybe
Zeke was tough when he came into the league.
AP. So I don't know.
AP.
Maybe saying Jinty's gonna have the greatest. But one thing about all those teams is they didn't have that good of like, I don't know. Who would be the number one receiver for the Raiders?
Brock Bowers.
Okay. Wide receiver. Not a tight end.
Dude, I don't know.
Jacoby
I don't know who
Myers?
they have. Maybe.
Because if they don't have that
hell
good
no.
of a receiving core outside of Brock Bowers, is it still Jacoby Myers? Because that's who it was, I think. Yeah, Jacoby Myers. Okay. Then I mean, honestly, that man's gonna have a monster season. Good God, like his usage rate's gonna be high, dude.
Ashton?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so like, dude, if I'm picking a running back in like 4th, 5th round, I'm taking Ashton. I'm taking that man.
I'm taking Ashton's gonna be gone first round, bro.
First round?
Ashton Jinty's gonna be gone first round. He's gonna have a crazy season. Everybody knows that.
That's gonna be a hard bet. Like you're risking your season on that.
No.
You are though. You are.
If everybody has one pick the first round, nobody's picking Ashton Jinty. But if somebody has 2 picks first round, Ashton's gonna be gone. If everybody got 2 picks first round, Ashton gonna be gone.
Yeah, but if it's like just one pick though, yeah,
I could pick. I like because I'm not picking my quarterback till 3rd, 4th round.
Yeah, of course, me neither.
So
unlike some people we know who decided to draft Patrick Mahomes with the 1st overall pick 2 years ago. Shout out GH, you know who you are. God, one of the worst picks I have ever seen in fantasy ever. Guess where he finished? Dead last.
Last.
God.
We said don't draft.
Well, we're named.
We don't draft Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Shout out Greg. Okay, so number 1 tight end, we're definitely taking Brock.
Brock Bowers. Not Travis Kelce.
Not Travis. His time is coming to an end to me.
Yeah. He's going to retire after this year. This is last year.
If I had to name like top 3, it'd probably be Trav, Hawkinson, and Kittle.
Who?
Kittle. I mean, Brock, Hawkinson, and Kittle. I said the wrong thing. I said Trav.
What's the one from
Laporta.
Detroit?
Yeah.
Laporta.
Is he Hispanic?
Laporta.
Should I have said it that way? He looked like a white guy to me, so I don't know.
Laporta.
Laporta. Sam Laporta from the Detroit Lions. Okay, top 5 defense. Or top 3, maybe. Steelers are up there. I guess.
Falcons?
Potentially. I'm not going to rule that out. I'm not against that. I would love to say Packers,
Denver?
but I'm going to be real.
Denver Broncos? Huh?
Eagles? Are we going to put Denver before the
Eagles?
Eagles is probably number 1. Eagles is probably number 1. Pass rush, sacks are going to bring up your point totals a lot. So.
All right, hold on. I'm going to make this cut, bro. Get the fuck out. Get out.
Maybe
Get out. I think that I think that the Broncos can potentially have the number 1 defense next year, but so can the Eagles. The Eagles could definitely have the number 1 defense next year too. But if I'm drafting, I'm drafting the Eagles defense.
We're
I'm
gonna leave
drafting
Niners
the
out
Eagles
of there too.
defense.
Niners defense. Hold on. Actually, bring it back.
They were hurt last year. The Niners defense was hurt last year.
They just got Robert Saleh back as their defensive coordinator. Give me Niners defense in the top 3.
If Ufanga's not back, I don't know.
I thought I heard that he was gonna get back and be okay for the season.
I don't know. If he stays healthy though, then they got that guy over the top because that's what they were missing last year. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he was.
Cause he was going crazy last year before he got hurt too.
Damn.
I don't know about going crazy, but he was doing his job. And then the Steelers, I think T.J. Watt is gonna have a Defensive Player of the Year season, just because. I mean, first of all, it's T.J. Watt. He's in his prime, and then second of all, it's a payday. It's a payday year. Like he gonna get paid after this season.
DB.
And this is gonna lead him into retirement. Like
DB.
this payday right here is gonna lead him for the rest of his career. So
Defensive back.
I'm pretty sure he wants a big payday.
Where's the DBs?
What's the what?
Where's the DBs?
The DBs for the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I honestly think if they're not gonna pay a receiver, they need to pay a DB. I mean,
you know what?
I don't know.
The Packers are keeping Jair. I'm putting them up there.
How does that make them a top 5 defense?
Because we were top 5 in pass coverage last year.
But that was what everybody y'all had, right? And the whole reason y'all was talking about getting rid of Jair is because he be hurt.
The reason we were talking about getting rid
of him. And when Jair not playing, you can tell. You can tell when Jair not playing, bro.
I ain't gonna talk shit about my pack, man, because I love Jair.
I'm not talking shit about your pack. But when Jair Alexander does not play, you can tell.
Allegedly, Jair had some issues with the way things were being run. So they come to an agreement. And as far as I know, he's back. And if he's back, the pack back. Because we got
pack
X.
It back, baby.
Pack is back, baby. Oh, God. So we got X. We got this new corner from the Raiders named Nate Hobbs. He's tough. I like him. Jair. We moved Keyshawn Nixon from playing. He said, if I got to play nothing but DB, I want to be off of returns. That's fine. We took him off. So he's in the DB room now, strictly. We just brought in Isaiah Simmons. He ain't gonna be, DB, but he definitely could. He gonna come in for the middle linebacker. So I mean, we're gonna see. Edgerrin Cooper, one of the best pass coverage linebackers last year in the league. So, we're gonna see, man. I feel like we could be up there, but you never know. You never know. But yeah. So that's defense. Who cares about kickers? Sorry, kickers, but when something happens, I literally I go pick the best transfer target, and I just add them to my team.
And you can't pick Justin Tucker no more. Which Justin
Sure
Tucker
can't.
didn't do shit last year.
Shout out Cool.
Graper.
My old bitch fine with my young hoe Cool.
Hey, shout out Georgia Southern, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out Georgia Southern.
Green Bay
GSU.
drafted a running back from Georgia Southern. Well, you told me that, actually. Shout out that guy. Can't remember his name. Trevor White, I think.
Oh, bitch hating, but my young Hoku.
Whatever. How the fuck it go? Whatever.
I don't know how it go.
I was just trying to fit that in there, right there. Might as well go over We're making more changes to the release schedule. Do you want to go over that? Or you want me to go? I mean, it don't matter.
Go ahead.
All right, so we're doing NFL specific pods that are going to be around 30, 45 minutes, whatever. Depends on how we feel. And we're going to do NBA specific pods. So expect the NFL ones on Thursday. Expect the NBA ones on Monday. Tuesday. We're going to do Tuesday. Expect the NBA ones on Tuesday. So this idea kind of came around to give time for the playoffs because we'll do something, we'll edit it, and then we release it on Thursday, and then 2 more games and the damn round's already done. So I feel like from this point on, we'll probably talk about other NBA topics until the round is over, potentially, and then speak about what we thought of the round. So expect the GOAT debate. Everybody else damn talks about it, so we might as well too. Got our own takes on that. Maybe some fictitious like ideas on 2016, 2017 Warriors versus like 96 Bulls, and our ideas on what would happen in that situation. Talking about that, breaking that down. We're bringing new ideas. We're trying to figure out stuff that other people hasn't done before. Any major networks or any major channels that you see. So, and expect the same thing for the NFL because we can't break down headlines every time. Sometimes ain't shit going on. So, there we go.
Well, new schedule may be changing. Keep y'all updated. We're working to get all the links and our account setups. We appreciate y'all's support. Please like, comment, and subscribe. 2 takes.
TT, baby.
Out here.